It's the Mr. Ugly Show starring Mr. Ugly and his friend. Yes.
Hello and welcome to the Mr. Ugly Show. I am your host, Mr. Ugly. The Human and I want to start by thanking you folks for sticking around while our lives got in the way of making more shows for you. Yeah, it's been a tough year with me changing jobs and going back to school and everything going on with the economy, making our favorite brands that much more expensive to collect. Yeah, well, we've managed to find ourselves a little breathing room here, so we're going to squirt out a quick look at another Transformers collaborative figure. Here we go. It's Transformers x Hotwheels Boneshaker. That's right, Transformers is doing a series of figures based on popular or iconic Hot Wheels vehicles. This is Boneshaker. His vehicle mode appears to be based on this Hot Wheels car from 2020 called, surprise surprise, Boneshaker. This type of hot rod is called a rat rod because they're often customized with non-vehicle parts and scavenged odds and ends. According to Wikipedia, rat rods aren't usually given this slick of a paint job, but we already have rusted-looking Junkion figures out there, so whatevs. You know, with that giant gear shift knob sticking out of the top like that, it looks like something Ratfink would drive. I also really dig that flame deco. That skull gripping the headlights is superb. It would have been nice if they chromed the exhaust pipes, the engine bits, and the skull, but it still looks pretty good in my opinion. I'd drive that, you know, if it were real and I had any appendages with which to control a vehicle. Actually, Toy Hacks has a label set that converts this guy into G2 Decepticon Sizzle. That set has a bunch of chrome stickers for all those silver bits, but I like that Hasbro made this guy an Autobot. He's the most Decepticon-coded Autobot this side of the Shattered Glass universe. That giant gear shift is actually the robot mode weapon, and it doesn't have to be attached to the car mode if you don't want to display it that way. Nah, right, that's enough for Rat Rod mode. Let's get him transformed up. The transformation is fairly straightforward, with a couple of interesting bits. The feet are a bit odd. The car seats and floorboards become the soles and heels of the feet, but he doesn't really have any toes. It's almost like the shin panels are baggy pants that hide the toes of his boots. Because of this, his ankle tilt is more like a mid-shin tilt. You know, the weird feet aside, he is an impressive bot. That fierce grill becomes his chest, and the exhaust pipes look like wings, especially if you fold them out to the sides. He's got a lot of paint on him, which, combined with the licensing for the Hot Wheels name, might explain why these deluxe class figures are $10 more than any other figures in the same size class. Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that there are like a half a dozen or so of these different Hot Wheels collaboration figures out there. They're all based on existing Hot Wheels cars. Yeah, and they're all priced about $10 more than mainline deluxe class figures hanging on the peg next to them. But enough complaining. I think my favorite thing about Boneshaker, aside from the whole vibe, and that is definitely a vibe, is that the weapon is the only place where the Autobot insignia appears on this guy. I like to imagine him walking up to a bunch of Decepticons, just acting like one of them, and the last second whipping out that club, and the last thing those Deceptidorks see is that red knob with the Crossbones Autobot logo as it smashes into their ugly faces. Oh yeah, I like that imagery too. Yeah. Well, folks, that was a quick look at Boneshaker. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving us a thumbs up and clicking that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified whenever we put out another video, which, let's be honest, I'm not making any more foolish promises about that frequency, go ahead and click that notification bell as well. I will promise that this is not the last you'll see of us, unless, of course, you choose not to watch any more of our videos. Which is why we like to say, we know you have choices when you waste time on the internet, and we appreciate you wasting some of your time with us. All right, folks, we'll see you next time. Mwah!